This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first two guests today are both from Besser Museum. I have Christine Wotulski and Paige Trisco. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning,
Good
Nancy.
morning.
I'm glad you came in and sat down and took a breath, because after this you're not going to have time for a breath because you have so many things going on.
We have been so busy decorating for Christmas. You know, it's one of our favorite times of the year, but it is one of our busiest times of the year. And so staff all pitches in. We have a few volunteers that help. Delynn Medina and her mother, Marilyn Thome, make a great duo, and they've been busy at work helping us transform it into Christmas magic.
Beautiful.
And the opening is Saturday, the 17th, with our Season of Light celebration, our gala. So there's still time to get tickets. We will not be selling tickets at the door. So people really need to know that they need to order tickets. We're open today until 4, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll sell tickets until the 14th because I have to get the count to the caterer.
And I know a group of ladies that went last year, and I think they already have their tickets this year. They had so much fun.
Yes, there's great food, and there's going to be activities, so it's really family friendly. We have Home Depot teaming up with us to have Santa's Workshop. Neiman's donated sugar cookies, so we'll have cookie decorating. Our new Amanda Kachurik, our education coordinator, has some craft stations. And then we have the planetarium show, a new planetarium, Santa's Secret Star. So it's going to be really beautiful. And the juried art exhibit is up, and that will be available also to view. So it's just a great special time from 6 o'clock to 8 p.m. Saturday the 17th. It's $15 for adults and $13 for children.
And I saw the photos in the paper of the juried art. What beautiful, beautiful work. Oh my goodness, unbelievable.
Yep, so you want to take in the juried art show, and then immediately after that, on the November 23rd, is our Jingle Bell Run.
Yes, and that's something new and exciting this year.
And you get a chance to be a part of the parade, and it is a fundraiser for the museum. The Dork Brothers help with that activity, and so sign up. You can sign up through the Dork Brothers or go on the Besser Museum website to get a registration form, or you can sign up the day of the event. The sign up will be at the Alpena Yacht Club on the 23rd at 4 p.m.
Okay.
And so for more information, either go on our website or give us a call.
Perfect.
Yep, and then the other exciting thing that we have coming up, besides Giving Tuesday, which is a great community event thanks to the Community Foundation, and you'll be hearing more through Facebook and in the paper and whatever other media source we use to promote Giving Tuesday. But a very special new event is coming up December 13th.
Yes.
And it is Music Under the Stars. And I've brought Paige with us to explain that. Paige, you know, has been doing the yoga mindful movement in the museum, which has been wonderful. And she presented this idea to me, and it's really fascinating. And so that's going to be Thursday, December 13th. And it's Music Under the Stars.
Sounds so exciting.
Yes, I am so excited that I connected with the artist who's coming, Joshua Stoddard, who is an Indian River native, but he tours all over the U.S. now, bringing his sound baths to different venues, oftentimes yoga studios, but a lot of music festivals, and then various community gathering spaces that welcome him in. And he plays ambient style music, so there's not necessarily like real words, but sound and vibration that's created. And so that's a part of the sound experience. So the intention of it is to create these really relaxing environments where people can just sit back and let their stress kind of melt away for the time that they're participating in it. But also it gives an avenue to practice meditating if that's something people are interested in, or just places to kind of experience emotion and physical healing as well due to the vibrational effects.
Wow, now will this be music he plays on an instrument, or is it?
So there's a variety of instruments that he uses. So Joshua is, he has an auto engineering degree, so he does bring in this little bit of equipment about this this big or so, that he uses to kind of mix some of the things that are happening live. And then he uses instruments like crystal singing bowls, as well as chimes, acoustic guitar and electric guitar, and then of course his voice to create the sounds and the vibrations that happen in the room.
That sounds so wonderful. Either watch the stars or
Yes.
close your eyes and just enjoy the music.
Yes.
Yeah, and when she first presented this, we talked about just the different cultures for thousands of years that have used sound and vibration and healing. And so there's science with the sound and the vibrations. There's culture. We'll talk a little bit about, you know, where this has come from and the fact that it's pretty popular around the States right now, but it's been around forever. And I was talking to someone at the museum. My curiosity, of course, is was it Beethoven that was deaf but still created wonderful music? And how did he do that? Through vibration.
Right.
So yeah, I'm really curious and interested. The space is limited. We only have 50 seats.
Oh, okay.
And tickets are going to be $20 a piece.
Okay.
And it will be Thursday, I believe, at 6 o'clock.
7 o'clock, 7 to
Thank you.
8:30.
Oh, an hour and a half. Wow.
Yep, so you can get your tickets.
You can wake everyone up when it's time to leave.
Exactly.
Oh, it's so exciting, and thank you so much for jumping in on this and bringing it to all of us. I know how excited you are, so I'm anxious to hear it and see how wonderful it's going to be.
Absolutely. Music's one of those maybe very few things that we know is universal connection. All humans connect to music in some way, whether it is through the vibration of it or the sound itself. Throughout all cultures in the world, we have some connection to music.
I
And
know a certain song or music can certainly change my attitude in a day if I happen to hear it somewhere.
absolutely.
So, Chris, what's the best way? You have so much going on for people to find out all the details.
Our website is bessermuseum.org. Our phone number is 989-356-2202. So just call, see what's going on, ask questions. If you're not a member, of course, we'd love for you to be a member. You get newsletters in the mail, special invites to events that are going on. Our website, Kat Tomaszewski is still managing our website, does a beautiful job with that. So jump on our website or just come on in, walk on in off the street and ask us what's going on.
Still some reservations for Christmas parties available?
Absolutely. We're
Okay.
booking more this year
Okay.
even because, you know, the museum is decorated, ready to go. We set up the tables and chairs. You can bring in your own caterer. Our rental policy, I believe, is online.
Okay.
There is a cost, of
Sure.
course, of renting the facility, but it's a great venue for a Christmas party.
Okay, thank you both so very much for being here, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Nancy.
I'll be right back with some information from Thunder Bay Theater following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last two guests are both from Thunder Bay Theater. I have Molly Stricker and Adrienne Rochelle. Good morning and welcome.
Good
Morning.
morning.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here, and I'm so excited because you're going to do Peter Pan, and it's going to be done in conjunction with the Maskers Club at Alpena High School. And I know when Jeff came to Alpena, one of his first goals was to, you know, get the theater truly involved in the high school and the other theaters and the other young actors and bring them up and teach them things. And how's it going?
It's going really well. We do this partnership with the Maskers Club every December, and it's kind of our holiday show to celebrate the kids. And it's really fun to see. We have about 25 students, along with some of our professional actors, and then all of our professional staff that helps them. And it's really, really fun and fulfilling to work with the kids. They're so excited to come to rehearsal every day.
Now, they start out picking the show and everything. Adrienne, how does that all work?
So we actually helped pick the show with the conjunction of the Maskers advisor, Jenny Poli, and she kind of helps us get that all together. And then we started rehearsal about 4 or 5 weeks ago now. And I've been teaching them all the dances, and we've been like blocking all the fun scenes, and it's just been great how to figure out how to make Peter Pan adjust to our space, because obviously we can't have people fly.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's just been a fun like game of really how to make these kids have fun and like see a very famous story in a very different light.
Now, is it going to be seen at Thunder Bay Theater or at the high school?
It'll be at Thunder Bay Theater.
Okay.
That's part of our kind of agreement that they get to perform on our professional stage with all of our costumes and lighting and all of that. So we do it for our 3-week run at the theater.
So tell me who the roles are and who's playing the roles.
So Peter Pan is played by Ashley Cotton, who is a senior at the high school.
Okay.
And, you know, Peter Pan is just a whimsical kind of boy that will never want to grow up and always wants to stay young and fun and just always have fun. And then one a big treat is that Captain Hook is played by our artistic director, Jeffrey Minda.
Oh, yay!
And so it's been really fun to like watch him get up there with the kids and like watch him play with them and like really find his youth back again and like see what they can learn from him. And it's just been, that's really been a great experience for them. And then you have Wendy, who's played by Isabel Luther, and a bunch of other high school students and professionals filling out the Lost Boys and the Indians and the Pirates and things like that.
Okay, so how are you going to adapt something like that to your stage?
Yeah, so that's been a big challenge, like Adrienne said. We're using a lot of puppetry, which we're really excited about. And then we're also using a lot of kind of dance and movement to bring some of the flying and things like that to life. It's definitely more of an imagination play and requires, you know, some buy-in from the audience to believe what's happening. But we're focusing on games that kids play and how their imaginations fill out the world, even with just a few little toys that they may have. So we're kind of blowing that up to creating Neverland in their own nursery.
So what about music?
So David Delano has been, our music director, has been in charge of music, and we actually have something really exciting this year, which he will be actually playing the show live for the first time instead of using tracks. So that we're very excited for. We think the kids are going to really respond well to that.
All right, and what kind of songs are we going to hear?
You'll hear some of the classics like Never Grow Up, which we actually was probably one of my favorite numbers to play with and choreograph because it's kind of like a big game of recess that the kids like get to play around with. You hear all of Peter's classics, Neverland, and you get to hear the Lost Boys sing Wendy with Peter and watch them build like a nice little house, and you'll get to see like a lot of cool things that are happening with our set. Like we're doing some rigging and we're doing like just like creating like a lot of cool shapes and a lot of cool like structures just with like that starts with what you would look like would be a nursery, but it's going to turn into something just a lot bigger and greater.
Well, you folks have always been experts at making you believe you are where the production is at that time. So I know that part will come off. And what about costuming?
Yeah, so our costume designer currently is Colin Meyer, and he's been with us through the summer and now this fall. And we're playing with kind of making the Lost Boys and
excuse me,
and Mr. and Mrs. Darling and the children kind of old toys. They're kind of reminiscent of old toys.
Oh, okay.
Our Indians are more earth-based, and they're wearing a lot of floral patterns and kind of looking like trees and earth elements. And then our pirates are kind of classic, you know, Peter Pan pirates with Hook in his classic hook and a big red coat that we're really excited about.
So that must be pretty exciting for you, Adrienne, to go in there and choreograph and work with the music and teach the kids your life skills.
Absolutely. I think we just really found like different ways to like make sure that everyone gets like a really full learning experience out of this. Like our Tinkerbell is an experienced dancer, so she's going to be on point shoes, and we kind of turned Tinkerbell, that's usually like a puppeteer, into like a very integrated like part of the show. And because we were kind of like retaking the Indians to make it a little bit less problematic and more like politically correct as we can, we were trying to like turning them into this like tribal, very grounded movement a la the musical Hair, and just kind of like making it go into that style. And like Lost Boys are always like playing, and they're always on the playground, and they're like really a lot more bouncy and a lot more jumpy, and they're like just kind of like a lot of boys just palling around at recess.
Okay, so when can we come and see it?
So we open every year the day after Thanksgiving, which is, I believe, November 23rd this year. And we run that weekend, Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon. And then we have 2 more weekends where we run Thursday through Saturday night and Sunday afternoon until December 9th.
And definitely a family production. Definitely better call and get your tickets paid for and reserved, because you don't want to miss it. A good chance to get the whole family together, especially during the holiday season.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah, so we do have different prices for adults, teens, and children, so it's definitely affordable for the whole family. All that information's on our website, which is thunderbaytheater.com. And you can actually now reserve and pay for your tickets all by yourself online, which is really very convenient and easy.
And the number's 354-2267.
That's correct, yeah.
That's the phone number, so you can call and get your reservations. And you know, and it's wonderful to see the production on stage with the professional actors and with the kids, you know, bringing everyone together. And I know that a lot of people who have been on there before have gone on to do acting, or at least study it in school and getting degrees. And
absolutely.
so it's pretty exciting. So thank you so much for all of your part in that.
Well, thank you.
And one more time, when can we come to see Peter Pan
Yep,
at Thunder Bay Theater?
November 23rd through December 9th,
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 7:30, and Sunday at 2.
Okay, thank you both very much for being here.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
us.
You bet. Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster. I'm president of Alpena Community College. Pleased to have as our guest this morning Kathy Abraham, director of the Alpena Volunteer Center. Welcome.
Thank you.
A lot going on there.
A lot going on.
So Christmas Wish is coming up. Why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about that?
Well, this year's the 40th year of the Christmas Wish List program.
Wow, all right.
It is the longest program of the Volunteer Center, and the success of this program is due to the generosity of this community. So that's a wonderful thing. Each year we receive submissions of names to the Christmas Wish List program, and they're very needy local children in our community. And we include the family, the siblings in the family, and depending on the situation, the household itself. So the level of need is well documented. Not anyone can get on this system. It's very well documented. We work with charitable organizations also during this time of year to make sure that we're not duplicating any services.
Sure, that's good.
So the donors know that we're good stewards of their funds. So each year the children are coached by either a parent guardian or school success liaison of Northeast Community Service Agencies, and they have specific items. There's nothing frivolous on the list. Occasionally we may see a toy or sheets for Spider-Man or a favorite color, but typically the items are very humbling, such as socks, underwear, and clothing.
Things of need.
Yes, things of need. So I think that when the donors see this, they're on board and they are aware and agree that there is a need for this program. So I think that's one of the, the reasons why it's been so successful. So, and also the amount of individuals that we receive range anywhere between 400 and 500 children a year. This year we had 453 children. In addition to this, we also provide gift cards for groceries and food.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and depending on the situation, if there's a family that has a they need to travel for medical purposes, we will provide a gas card also. So we're looking for donors to be matched with our children and families.
It's a wonderful program, and I didn't know that it had been in existence 40 years, but that just shows, as you point out, the generosity of the community and their connection to the season.
Exactly.
That it's a season for giving and sharing and paying attention to folks who maybe are less fortunate than others are. So
yeah, well, and it's anonymous, so the donor never meets the recipient and vice versa. And there's a number of ways that they can donate. Some of the options are they can call me at 358-7271 and we'll get a match with a child or a family. If they don't have time to purchase any items, we'll take cash donations and we will make sure that each item is fulfilled. And a lot of times, well, there are times where maybe a donor is limited on their amount of contribution. I have families that have been doing this for generations.
Yes.
They pool their funds together, same with businesses, and they contact me and I get them matched with the family. So there's a number of ways. Just give me a call and we'll talk about the options and we'll get them matched.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I see it walking through the hall from the volunteer standpoint. And the number of gifts and the wrapping and the coordination and all of that strikes me as putting people in a very seasonal mood.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we have wonderful volunteers. I mean, they are a key part of the success of this program. And they work long, they're very dedicated, and I'm just very appreciative of them.
So what are the timelines for people who want to get involved in terms of saying, I want to contribute or I want to connect with this program? When do they have to do that by?
Well, we will take donations up through December 6th. The gift receiving week is December 3rd through the 6th. And so they can contact the center. I've got details on that.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. And there's other things. Oh, is there something else you'd like to share about that?
Well, I'd like to talk about the Volunteer Center's website.
Go ahead.
And right now we have a lot of individuals that are contacting me, especially during the time of season, and they are interested in doing some volunteerism. We have a website. It's alpenavolunteercenter.org, and it is designed to encourage volunteerism that will benefit the needs of our community. So they can visit that. We have 2 pages of nonprofit agencies that they can go through, and they can choose what agency they want to volunteer for. And if you are a nonprofit agency, this is free.
Oh, good.
So just contact me or visit that website, register, and we'll see if we can get you matched up with volunteers.
So it's a portal through which people can connect with other volunteer agencies in the community.
Exactly. Yeah, so we have, like I said, I think we have 22 nonprofit agencies right now. You have to be a nonprofit agency.
Very good.
And yeah, so we're getting a lot of activity. So it's a good website. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well done there. We've got about a minute left. You had indicated some interest in thanking people, which is always a good thing to do.
Yes. First, I'd like to thank the donors. Thank you very much for contributing. And I'd like to thank Pepsi and Walmart in advance for providing their products to our volunteers this year.
Very good.
So thank you. And I'd like to thank Besser Foundation, Community Foundation of Northeast Michigan, for their support.
Yep.
And I'd like to say a special thank you to the Alpena Community College for always supporting the Volunteer Center. So thank you very much, Dr. McMaster.
Oh, it's a wonderful thing. And I was in the area this week in the evening.
Yeah.
We were preparing for the spaghetti dinner for all, and I saw one of your classes that had to do with preparing venison. Mm-hmm. And people were, well, the venison smelled wonderful, and people were fired up, and they were having fun, and they were, it was just something that's very beneficial all the way around. There's no downside to that.
Yeah, well, we have very fun, exciting classes. There are a few that are still going on that I have seats for. One is achieving stress-free during the holiday season, and then another one is toll painting. So I still have openings in those 2 classes. The rest are full. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Very good. Well, thank you for what you do, and thank you for the Volunteer Center. It does wonderful work. Thank you, folks, for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at WBKB11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.